Have you ever been so busy you can't breathe? You look at your calendar and wonder, how am I gonna get it all done? If one thing takes an extra 5 minutes, I'm doomed. Me too. That was exactly how I'd been feeling when I walked through the door from what ended up being my last shoot of 2019 on Thanksgiving week. Back in September, I realized I had overbooked myself, and so I began saying no to practically everything. It had taken 2 months to finally clear my schedule. I had no obligations for the last month of the year, so obviously I sat down and made a list of all the things I was going to accomplish during that month. And then my body crashed. Hard. During my first week off, I slept for 12 hours every night, and I was still tired. My motivation to make or do anything was exactly zero. That arbitrary to-do list loomed over my head as I alternated between lying on the couch watching TV, lying in bed watching YouTube on my phone, and playing video games on the computer if I could drum up the energy to get off the couch. I'm somewhat ashamed to say that I watched all 146 episodes of New Girl in 1 month. Well, actually, it was 138, so it's not that bad. I skipped season 7 because I thought season 6 was the perfect ending to the show. So, anyways. Normally, I don't really watch TV. The only time I do is when Abby and I are having a date night in. And that's maybe 1 episode a week on average. But back to me. As I was lying on the couch watching episode after episode of mindless television, it occurred to me. My life has been out of balance. I shouldn't need to be uncontrollably binging New Girl. I should have time on an average week to watch a few episodes. If you watch my 2020 goals video, you'll remember that my main personal goal in 2019 was to slow down. And I definitely failed at it. So this year, I've made the goal of taking better care of myself. And so I don't fail at it miserably again, I'm going to define what that looks like for me. For me, taking better care of myself means taking most weekends off. If I have a major deadline looming or something that just can't wait, I can do that work on Saturday, but I'm not going to work on Sundays. It means stopping work by 8 p.m. to allow my brain some time to wind down at the end of the night. It means not skipping the gym in favor of work, which I did probably close to 100 times in 2019. Last year, about 50% of my income came from freelance and 50% came from my production company. And I'm realizing that it's those freelance jobs that really encroach on my time and just I have no control over them basically, except saying yes or no. So this year, I'm just planning to say a lot more no to those freelance things. Last year, I delivered over 50 client projects, and this year, I want to cut that number in half at least. I kept finding last year that I would finish a shoot, and then next day I would have to shoot again on a different project with no time to think about what I was shooting the next day or prepare for it. And throughout the year, I just found that I was creating really mediocre videos. I wasn't creating something great. So by overcrowding my schedule, I was limiting my ability to create something great. With all this in mind, please take care of yourself this year, whatever that looks like for you. If that looks like slowing down, then take the steps you need to slow down. If maybe it's thinking about your health and nutrition, then do what you need to do. Remember, you can have all the riches and success in the world, but if you don't have your health, you have nothing. Okay, next week it's back to the nerdy filmmaking stuff. I'll see you then.